This has Bengal fans fired up. Major Bengals draft update with the best linebacker in this year's draft. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Bengals Digest show. I'm Carson Lokey. Reports aren't always the best source of information, depending on who you are. Maybe you go to X to find that information. Maybe you just like to see what is going on in what I like to call the Bengals X first, right? To see what the fans are looking for, what their desires for are in this draft and just in general with the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, as of late, every time I get on X, I see this guy's name everywhere I go. He's always there popping up on the Bengals X verse. He's everywhere. Everybody wants him. Everybody wants him. And I'm going to talk about what it would take for Cincinnati to draft him and what that draft would look like and how he would play into our defense. First off, Jihaad Campbell is that name. I see him over X everywhere, like all the time, and I've talked about him a lot. If you want a linebacker, you want Jihaad Campbell. He is the best linebacker in this year's draft. In 2024, let's talk about it. He had 119 total tackles, 55 solo, 5 sacks as a linebacker, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 interceptions, 2 passes deflected, PFF grade wise of 81.6. And this is not me lying. Like, people have wanted this. Jiad Campbell, even as an off-ball linebacker, would be the best pass rusher on the Bengals next to Trey Hendrickson. It's a 2-for-1 special, folks. That's not it. Here are 4 guys I would have zero issue with the Bengals selecting at pick 17. Jihaad Campbell is number 2. And then right here, Bengals and Bruce, Jihaad Campbell versus Vanderbilt. All of the Bengal Twitter, X accounts, whatever you want to call it, are looking into this Jihaad Campbell. They want him on the Cincinnati Bengals, and I don't blame them. He is a great linebacker, and I've talked about him before multiple times, and I think he fits with the Al Golden scheme perfectly. What is Al Golden? When Al Golden first came to the Bengals and they had an interview, what did he say? His main job with his defense is to get the offense the ball. He wants to make sure that the offense is on the field way more than the defense is on the field. How do you do that? Turn over the ball. Jiad Campbell does that. Get passes deflected. Jiad Campbell does that. Get sacks so they go 3 and out. Jiad Campbell does that. Jiad Campbell, even if you draft him, like with the first pick you have, which we would have to, that's also solving some of the pass rush problem. He is a very effective pass rusher, just as that Zim said on his Twitter post or X post. He is a very effective pass rusher. Once again, in 2024 as a linebacker, he had 5 sacks. He gets after the quarterback, and he has speed. He has agility. He is all over the ball, all over the field, all over the ball. He's a ball hawk, which fits perfectly into Al Golden's scheme. He would be a perfect fit if that's what you want. If you want a linebacker, if you want the best linebacker in this year's draft, then go get Jihaad Campbell from Alabama. He's a beast. What about Logan Wilson, who would be next to him, and then Jermaine Pratt, if he's still there. But anyways, Logan Wilson, Jihaad Campbell, 6'3", 244. Logan Wilson, very similar, 6'2", 245. Logan Wilson last season was hurt, so take it with a grain of salt. 104 total tackles, 55 solo, so pretty dead on with that. 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 pass deflect. He had 0 sacks in 2024. Jermaine Pratt in 2024, 6'3", 250, 143 total tackles, 80 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recovers, 2 interceptions, passes deflected, 0 sacks. If you want a linebacker that can go after the quarterback, you go get Jihaad Campbell. That's who you want. And what is so great about potentially drafting Jihaad Campbell? It kind of like kills 2 birds with 1 stone, right? With our first overall pick, our first round pick, not overall, a lot of guys want somebody that can go after the quarterback. And that's mainly coming from the defensive line. But if you want somebody that can help in the second line of the defense, in that second area of the defense within the linebacker room that can also get after the quarterback very effectively, then Jihaad Campbell is your guy. It kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone with your 17 overall pick. You're getting the best linebacker in this year's draft, who is going to be a day 1 starter, who is very effective in the run game with 119 total tackles, and very effective turning the ball over with 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, and then 2 passes deflected, which obviously can lead to more interceptions by other players. He's very effective in that way. But then also 5 sacks as a linebacker. He can get after the quarterback. It kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. So maybe you're asking yourself, okay, fine. And he's very effective in the coverage game. I even forgot that. These are Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt's coverage grades from last season, PFF grade-wise. 57 for Logan Wilson and 53.4 for Jermaine Pratt. They're not the best coverage guys. They're great run stoppers. Logan Wilson especially, 90 overall run defense grade. And Jermaine Pratt, 70.1 run defense grade. Overall, Logan Wilson is 72.3. Overall for Jermaine Pratt is 60.6. But maybe you're thinking, okay, I like how Jihaad Campbell was fitting in with these linebackers. Jihaad Campbell, Logan Wilson, and Jermaine Pratt. That's a pretty good, solid core of linebackers for Al Gordon. And Al Gordon started in Cincinnati as the linebacker coach before he went to Notre Dame as a defense coordinator. Now he's back as our defense coordinator. He started as a linebacker. He knows how to teach and how to coach linebackers. So Jihaad Campbell would fit perfectly with that. And that's another good thing you could think about. Jihaad, or Al Gordon, loves his linebackers. He started as a linebacker coach. It's not the biggest curveball that he would want to draft a linebacker, the best linebacker available in this year's draft. It's not the end of it's not the end of the world. It's not that far fetched. But anyways, maybe you're asking yourself, okay, I like it. I think Al Gordon would take him, but where would he go? This is what would have to happen. This would be the kind of draft you would need to get Jihaad Campbell, including the rest of the draft. So this is an actual mock draft. Every mock draft that I show on this channel was actually done by me. Like, I actually did a mock draft. I have an app for it, and I did a mock draft. This is what it I would think if you were drafting a linebacker first, what a potential draft could look like for the Bengals if there's no trades or anything. Jihaad Campbell would have to be your first-round pick. He's not going to fall to you in the second round. He is the best linebacker in this draft, and he's one of the top 10 in the big board in this year's draft. You got to take him at 17. He'll probably be there at 17. You got to take him at 17. So you get Jihaad Campbell at 17, get a linebacker. And then the way I went, because Tate Ratledge was still there. He was still there. I kind of leaned Tyleik Williams a little bit, but Tate Ratledge was there, so I went with Tate Ratledge, offensive guard from Georgia. And then soon after, I got the best available edge rusher, which was Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. And then 4th round, this is a new guy I haven't really talked about a lot, just a little bit. Jabbar Muhammad from Oregon, cornerback. You're like, where's your boy Kobe Bryant? Someone took him for some reason in this draft before I could in round 4. So I went with the other cornerback that I like a lot, Muhammad. So I would take him at 4, and then you get your cornerback. And then you guys have seen this guy a bunch. Malachi Moore, safety from Alabama, take him in the 5th round. And then Ty Robinson rounding it off for a defensive tackle. And I think it's fine to go a little bit later for defensive tackle because of the signing of TJ Slayton. But Ty Robinson has actually scheduled a visit. This is kind of like a 180, but he has actually scheduled a visit with Cincinnati and is going to be in Cincinnati visiting the Bengals. So this pick makes a lot of sense. So this is what the draft would look like, I would think, if you wanted to get Jihaad Campbell. Go Jihaad Campbell, linebacker from Alabama, round 1. Round 2, offensive guard from Georgia, Tate Ratledge. Round 3, edge rusher from Ohio State, Jack Sawyer. Round 4, cornerback, Jabbar Muhammad from Oregon. Round 5, safety from Alabama, Malachi Moore. And then finally rounding it off at round 6, defensive tackle from Nebraska, Ty Robinson. That's what I would think it would have to look like. But let me know down below how you feel about Jihaad Campbell, if you would like to draft him or if you would not like to not waste, or use your first-round pick on a linebacker. Let me know all of that down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for all the love you show on the channel. We're on the road to 1,500 subscribers. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel if you love the Bengals as much as I do. Don't forget to share this video with your other Bengal friends because Bengal football is better together. But for the Bengals Digest channel, I'm Carson Lokey. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and God bless.